Hello everybody, it's SuziChoclat, and what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be having a messy play with some snowflake stamps and some cosmic shimmer pixie powders and some Nuvo shimmer powders. The Nuvos I've never tried before, they are new, and I've got a variety of different colours here that I'm not sure, sort of all Christmassy colours that I'm going to, not sure which ones I'm going to use yet. And I've got a gold there, and I've also got a yellow and a blue and a pink and a teal in pixie powders. So we'll have a look and see how they turn out. But what I've already done is I've already loaded my my stamping platform up with a piece of watercolour paper. I'll try this on watercolour and on just ordinary cardstock and see what the difference is. And I have popped my stamps onto the top of my platform already. So I've got a big snowflake and I've got a couple of little snowflakes which are just going to sit off the sides, and then I've got a Christmas. Sorry, the video cut off there. But what I did is I stamped the rubber stamps with the Versamark, as you can see on my right hand side there, with its clear Versamark ink, and then stamped the snowflakes on the watercolour paper, and then I put white embossing powder all the way over the top, and then this is where we pick up the video again. And so there we have the stamped and the white embossing powder on. I'm now going to heat it up and melt it. Okay, so here we are, we're all nice and dry. Oh, have I just missed a little bit there now? Oh goodness. I thought that was all done, but until it was dry I could just see a little dull bit there, so I thought I don't want to leave it like that, but I think we're perfect now, hopefully. So this is the first time I've had a go at doing this technique over a embossed area, so it's like a resist. And so I'm going to use my little water bottle, and I'm going to first of all spray the paper, or should I tap on? I think I might tap on first. Yeah, I think I might tap on first. So let's tap on some Catherine wheel. This is Nuvo shimmer powder. So I'm just going to give a little shake so that it's nice and loose in the container. So I don't want it to shoot out. It's got a tiny little, yeah, it's got a tiny, sorry, you might not have seen that. So this is Catherine wheel Nuvo shimmer powder. It's got a tiny little nib, if you like, where the powder's going to come out. So I'm just going to tap some tiny little bits over, sort of from one corner to another. And so that's the Catherine wheel. Then let's do some solar flare and give that a little shake. And oops, that was a big one. A little bit down there. So I've got a little bit of that goldy colour going through. And let's have a little look at a tad of green. I'll just give that a little light shake. You can do it many different ways, I'm sure, but the two ways that I normally do it is to spray and wet the paper first and then tap on, or tap on and then lightly spritz, and then you can see exactly where everything is going. So we can do it both ways. So I've got another one we can try it on. So just put a little bit of green out there. Got a bit of green in the middle. There you go, there's a little green in the middle. And so that's sort of a reddy colour, yellow, oh, goldy yellow and green. Now, I think I might spritz it first before I put any. I was going to put a little blue on, but let's have a look and see how the magic happens. So from quite a distance, because I don't want to move the powder on the paper. So I'm just going to squirt from a distance. And you should start to see it all come alive. Yeah, oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, wow. Beautiful. And you can put on as much water as you like. You get the effects that you like. I think I'm just going to pop a little bit here because I've got the snowflake there. So I want to be able to polish off, and so you can see the snowflake coming through. And so what colour should we put there? A little bit of yellow, I think. A little bit of gold. Of course, beautiful gold, isn't it? There's a little bit of gold, and let's have another little bit of the Catherine wheel. And I think we need a little bit of green in there too. So this is Green Parade. So I'm just tapping the bottom of the powder with my nail and just holding it at a little angle. If you tap it too hard, it comes out in huge, great big splots, which, you know, look good in some instances, but it's not the look I want today. I want more of a finer. There we are. So let's spritz a little bit more water on and see what happens now. Woohoo! It's like fireworks, isn't it? And I think we need a little bit up there. I think the Christmas needs to come out a little bit further. So should we try yellow? So put some goldy colour on that. You can see where the snowflake is now starting to protrude through, where the water is bubbling up and flicking off of it. And so let's put a little bit of green on there. And the Green Parade has obviously got some blue in, because this is lovely bright turquoise blue there. Have another little spritz from a distance. Ooh, look at this. Isn't that beautiful? You can see the word Christmas now starting to come through there. Oops, that was a bit too much, Suzanne. That's too close. Nana. Let's just press that down. I'm going to... that looks a bit muddy, doesn't it? So I'm going to have to get a tissue and... sorry, I've only got one hand because I've got my arm in a sling, so I can't really take this hand away from my body. So I'm just going to mop that up. It looks a bit too muddy. Just a little bit of kitchen towel. some more on there and we can see if we can recover that little spot. There's a bit of gold. Let's have a little bit of green. So that's what happens when you spray too close. It muddies the waters. So we've a little bit of red, I think, now. And as it's dry and it's going beautiful, it's getting a beautiful sheen on it because these Nuvo powders have got mica in them, and so it's really, it's really drying with a beautiful sheen. I'm just going to spray from a distance again. See if we can get some colour back up there. That looks better, doesn't it? Dare I do another one? I think that will, and then that's where I had my finger. So what do we need there? Brighten that up with red. Should we brighten that up with a little bit of red? And maybe a tad of yellow on the top. And let's give it another little squirt. And I think that I really like that. It's beautiful. You can see where all the water is puddling around the snowflake in the middle there. There's a snowflake there and a snowflake here, which aren't showing up quite so much. Maybe I need to do another spritzy bit on that. There we are. Yes, I can see those now. Oh, dare I do the Christmas? Oh, I've got some muddy waters coming again. Let's just get rid of that. Don't want that. And I always find it's better to let them dry naturally. You can dry them with a heat tool, but I think it takes a bit of the mica sheen off. That's me personally think that. I think I'm fairly happy with that. Once it's dry, we can always put on some more to layer it up. And so I'm going to leave it at that. And as soon as it's dried, I'll be back. So here we are. It's not completely dry, but it's the water is now absorbing into the paper, and as you can see, it's looking quite different. With a little paintbrush, I've brought some of the bluey bits into the centre here, and I think that looks okay. Don't quite like that muddy bits where the red and green is mixed together in a flood, but I really do like all the red and the bright down here. What I thought I'd do is, while it's touch dry, I would just put a little bit more gold on. I've just tried it, you might be able to see along here how thick that now looks, and I'm just going to try and put a little bit more gold on here and just see if we can get a bit of thickness down there with a tiny little, I don't want to soak it, I just want to wet it so that it glows with the gold sheen that it's got. See, I think that's lifted that little bit there. I like that. And what else is going on? Don't know if I like that bit with the white. I'm not sure. That's got quite a... Should we colour that? And I suppose I could put some yellow down there. goldy yellow down there, and we'll bring that up a little bit. See what happens to that. That's filling the holes up. Yeah, that's looking. And then what you can do with the little paintbrush, if you want, is if you got any little bits that you want to colour, you can pick up where you can see there's a pool of colour. Like I could pick a bit of that blue up and put a little bit over here if I wanted to. There's a little bit of purple, and you can make it into what shape you like. Paint it, or you can just dot it. Just rinse my brush. I've got a little got some nice red down here. This is still quite wet. Let's just take a little bit of that and pop that on the edge. Yeah, that's really looking. I like it. I like it. It's getting. I think it says it's drying, and it's now getting a good sheen on it. It's looking. Yeah, it's looking really quite good. I think the blue has come out of the green, because I didn't put any blue up there, but I did put a little bit of the Pixie Powders Midnight Blue. I did just dab some of that there before I put the camera on, and that's what made me think, oh, put the camera on quick, you're not recording. And so and that's got a little bit of really bright blue and green, and maybe even a little bit of bright purple, whereas that little purple must have come out of that green, I think. But it's Christmas colours. It's green and red and gold, and I think once we can polish off the snowflake and it's dried up, then that might be good enough. But if it's not, we can just do some more once it's dried up a bit more. If you want more texture, you can just put lots of powder on and don't soak it, and then it, like, I don't know if you can see, dare I lift it up? Don't know if you can see here, you can see the texture of where the gold is there, and it hasn't all melted, but once it's dry it won't come off. And here we've got some raised area as well. I love that raised section through the snowflake there. And so I'm going to leave it now, and when it's totally dry I'll be back. And here we are back with the dried results. Isn't that just amazing? Oh, I'm so pleased with that. I didn't do any more than I showed you on the previous little clips. All I did was top up with some of the gold that I showed you, just to give a little bit more texture in some places. But it has dried and I just love it, and it's beautiful. And so these are the colours that I used. So we've got Catherine Wheel, Solar Flare, Blue Blitz and Green Parade. And so they're all the Christmassy colours, and that's Nuvo Shimmer Powder, which these are new ones that I ordered on the Black Friday sale at CraftStash. And yeah, they're available at CraftStash, and they're also available at Tonic Studios, the Nuvo. Some of the colours I've ordered, I did order from Tonic because CraftStash was out of stock. I think it was Purple Brocade and oh, what was the other colour? And another colour, and I can't think what that one was at Tonic. But I ordered them at CraftStash because I got my 10% extra for being a premium member, and so that made it cheaper to actually get there. Yes, and so I've just been looking through my ribbons and found some Christmassy some Christmassy decorative gift ribbon, which is, who's make this? It comes from the Ribbon Room anyway. And that's, yeah, you can see that. That's what it's called, Melanera. And it is a very share goldy coloured piece of ribbon that's attached to a little Christmas tree with a very fine, with a darker gold colour, and then it's got some beads that come with it, and they're wired, so you can bend and twist and do whatever with that you like. Anyway, so I've just cut a piece, and it perfect colours. Now I've just got to work out what I'm going to do with it, and I've got this sort of idea, but whether this will actually happen, I'm not sure. But I want to somehow get the 3 Christmas trees down the side, and then twine the wrap the balls around it somehow, so it's down one side of the card, and so it's something like that down. Whoops, Christmas trees up the wrong way. But yes, it's something like that down that side. Not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but I'll give a picture of the completed card at the end. And while that one was drying, I've done another one. They're pretty addictive. Yeah, and so this one I did with silver embossing powder, exactly the same layer. I left the stamps in my stamping platform, so it's exactly the same. This piece of card is 8 1/4 by 4 3/4, and I'm going to cut it down to put onto a 5x7 card base. And oh god, look at that, isn't that the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen? So what have I used for this? I used Midnight Blue Pixie powder, Cosmic Shimmer. I used some Jade Fountain Nuvo Shimmer powder, which got a bit lost in there because I got a bit carried away. I added a bit of Cherry Bomb to bring up and give it a bit of light. And there is a little bit of Meteorite Shower in here. I think you can see it a bit there. It's probably a tiny little bit there. It's where there's really dark edges. Oh, might be a little spritz there. And then I let it dry a little, and then I did another layer. I put some more Midnight Blue on because I wanted it to have a really depth of blue. But God, look at that! Oh, I think that's probably the what was it called? Jade Fountain. That's probably the Jade Fountain. It looks almost silvery there, doesn't it? Yeah, and the Jade Fountain, I don't know how well you can see the there, like that, maybe? I don't know. Can you see that? I'll put it back down again. Let me change my light. Oh, that's probably the reason why you couldn't see it, because I had the light in the wrong place. That looks better. Yeah, and so with the silver embossing, the Christmas stands out really lovely. I put the Cherry Bomb on in quite some biggish lumps as well on the top, so that's given it a little bit texture. So I'm really chuffed with that. Really chuffed. So yeah, it has bent a little bit, but all I'm going to do is going to put that under my cutting mat for the night, and that will flatten that out. I've got a magnetic cutting mat, and it's really quite heavy, and so I shall put both of those under that for tonight and let them flatten out. But oh my goodness, I am so pleased with those. Let me know what you think. So easy to do as well. If you've got some Nuvo powders or some Pixie powders, Cosmic Shimmer powders or whatever, all you need is some stamps. It hasn't got to be Christmas. It could be whatever. I've got some others of mine out. I'm going to have a go with this one and see how this one works. This is a Winter Wishes. So I don't know how well you can see that. I'll probably have to take the the top off of that. White paper is what we need. White paper. Well, this is not very white, but I think you'll probably be able to see it better now. So it says winter wishes and snowflake, and then there's obviously frost down here, lots of snowflakes and sort of grungy bits. And it says snow there. So I was going to have a go with that one and do a very similar thing. Just pop that back on there. And then I've also found this one out, which is the snowflake one of the woodware. This is a Shimmer Douglas, and it's all, there we are, you can see it. Let me take that out, and then that one will shine on the paint and the plastic. But it's got, it's a whole sheet of words and little sentiments. So is that Christmas, all roads lead home, Noel, home for Christmas, good tidings, winter wishes, may the miracle of Christmas fill your year with peace and joy. Yeah, fill your heart with Christmas, Merry Christmas, deck the halls. Yeah, and so that's all on this big thick one. And I was thinking that those words would look really good if they were, in behind some colours like that. So I might do that one in gold. I'll probably do a gold. Oh God, I'll do a gold snowflake as well, I think. Yeah, and see how they come on. So they're the two I have fished out for the moment, and I'll see how they go. And oh yes, I forgot I bought these. Would they go on there? Maybe if I weren't going to post it, but I've got to post one of these, and so no, I don't think I'll put those little gold berries on. I'll stick with the ribbon, and then I've just got to find I've got some silver textured ribbon as well. I don't think that's got beads with it, but it's got something. And I've got some purple hearts on some ribbon as well, which might be nice. So that might go with that. Anyway, I'll catch you all again when I have actually made the cards. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Hope you found it really interesting. And if you give it a go, let me know. Let me know in the comments what you think. It's really quick and easy, and it's just a lot of messing about really, and it's so enjoyable, and you make it what you will. You can keep layering it up, you can take it, you can just put a little on and have it just as a a very little splatter if you wanted to. You don't have to have it as heavy as this. Whatever whatever takes your moment and what you do. Yeah, it will turn out fabulous, I'm positive. But yeah, do give it a go. And as I say, thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye-bye.